Hey everyone, and welcome to Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I'm your host, Rebekah Benton. North Carolina Cooperative Extension is comprised of two land-grant universities, NC State University and NC State University. We are located in all 100 counties and the koala boundaries. Now, today I have with me our FCS agent here in Columbus County, Meleah Evers. Meleah, thank you so much for being with us.
Glad to be with you.
Now, one of the reasons why I asked you to be here today and the particular recipe to do is because we're celebrating everything watermelon. Because here in Columbus County, we have the Fair Bluff Watermelon Festival this month.
Yes.
I believe it is July 29th.
It is.
So we are going to do a watermelon recipe, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and then a little bit about the recipe.
Well, like you said my name is Meleah Evers, and I am the Family Consumer Sciences Agent in Columbus County with Cooperative Extension, and I've been there about 17 years. And one of the things that I get to do with my job is work with food and do recipes and cooking classes, and also teach a little bit about food safety, but today we're focusing on yummy food. So we're going to be doing a watermelon Caprese appetizer. I was really fascinated with this recipe because usually it involves tomatoes, and I like the different spin using the watermelon because
it sounds fancy.
I thought it would be a little different flavor profile than the normal recipe.
Yeah.
And I was interested in trying it out.
Right, and so audience, if you have a moment, it looks like we have some very simple recipes. If you have this, follow along with us or go to the grocery store or your local farmer's market and get some of these ingredients to make it at home. But it looks like, tell us what we got to have for this recipe.
Just a few ingredients. I really like really simple ingredient recipes where it doesn't really require a whole lot or require you to go out and buy a whole lot. So really and truly, I only had to go out and purchase 3 ingredients, but one of them will continue to bear for many years to come. And if I throw my watermelon rind in the fire pit like I usually do, I'll usually grow some watermelon the next year. So
let's not burn anything in your fire pit.
Well, if I don't burn it for a while, it'll prosper there. Much better than if I were to plant it myself. I am way better at accidental gardening than I am on purpose. So you just need your watermelon, your basil, and I bought a basil plant instead of just buying basil in the grocery store because it'll be fresher longer, and also if I can keep it alive, it will be available longer. And also fresh mozzarella, or you can do any other really cheese of your choice, but traditionally Caprese salads use fresh mozzarella.
And these are cool. So you can buy them they're already balled out, and it looks like they're already round, and you just pop that open, and it's
really,
a
really
cute little snack.
You don't have to cut anything. And then, of course, salt and pepper. Most people have those on hand, and olive oil and balsamic vinegar. You might, not have maybe the balsamic vinegar. I don't know, you might, laying around. And, of course, your watermelon.
I have balsamic vinegar vinegar at my house, and I don't know if it's just from doing recipes and stuff.
Probably.
And so I have a big jar and a little jar in my refrigerator. So.
Well, I'm really excited to use those. Those are from a local place in North Carolina, in the southern Outer Banks.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So we get a taste of North Carolina as well as our watermelon local?
Yes, it is.
Okay, awesome.
So we get to have a little taste of everything.
Yay.
Kind of local today.
I'm excited.
Maybe except for the cheese.
Yeah. One thing was really cool was when we went to the cheese factory and learned about that. What was that? About a month?
Browns Creek, yeah.
Browns Creek, yeah. That was really cool because I think one of the most interesting things that I learned, and I don't know why I didn't realize this, was that cheese is naturally white. It is not yellow without color, without like food coloring. So they do most everything white at their factory, and so it was really cool.
Yeah, that was a super neat process. So, I guess the very first thing we need to do is cut our watermelon and see.
Do you need a big knife? This one's a little bigger.
This might work. We'll try it. We'll see. So this watermelon has been washed off, and you do want to make sure that you wash all of your produce before you cut it, because you know these do hang out on the ground, and you want to get that soil off so that when you cut it, you do not. My knife is stuck. You do not cut and
There's some muscle in it.
right. You don't put any of the soil or bacteria into the melon as you're slicing through it. So it's
pretty.
Stays,
And if you bought it from the grocery store, who knows who touched it or
well,
what they touched before.
Yeah, no telling. So you have your watermelon here, and we have a seriously old watermelon baller, but hopefully it'll work and do the job for us. And I'm just going to kind of scoop some watermelon balls out here.
It smells amazing. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Well,
Like
I hope
I
it
smell like
tastes
watermelon
amazing.
intensely. So, well, I think it's gonna taste amazing too. But I'm a connoisseur of food, so there's not much that I won't eat. So
yeah, there's not much that I don't like. So if you don't have a melon baller, I'm sure that if you have like a rounded teaspoon or a quarter of a teaspoon, you could use that to take your melon balls out of your watermelon. And so, you know, use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy anything special. And then I have 3 basil leaves here, and it says without the stem. You want to cut these, and I did wash these already, in a circle. And actually,
in a circle.
yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna do it like kind of like when we were younger, we did hearts. You fold it in half, and
Yeah.
that makes a good. That's a good idea.
So I can cut it and have, you know, several here. Let me cut it in half here. All right, so I've got about 6 semicircles there. You know, they're not perfect by any means. And then we're going to open up our fresh mozzarella, and it's like I, you know, you already said kind of balled out for you, so you don't have to do anything special.
I've not seen those in the grocery store, so that's very neat. I'm gonna have to
Well,
look for those.
Yeah, I found these at Aldi. You know, that's one of my faves. So I'm going to take coffee stirrers. You can use the skewers or, you know, whatever. If you have cute little appetizer picks, toothpicks that are a little longer, you can utilize those. It doesn't have to be anything spectacularly.
I'm gonna move this out of the way so we can make sure that we get a. I'm gonna just stick this back here, and that way we can see what you're doing. Maybe
All right, so I'm going
if
to
you want to
grab
pick it up a little
about
bit.
3 of these pieces of basil and put it on my skewer here. Might have to kind of force it since it doesn't have a sharp end. And then take a piece of my mozzarella here and skewer that on here. And do another.
So this would make like a great appetizer. It
Oh,
looks
absolutely, yes. This is
or maybe even dessert
this
if you
is
like
considered an
watermelon.
appetizer because it is a savory dish, but it is sweet. Does have a little sweet to it, but it is savory as well.
It looks delicious.
So once you have that, and we'll construct a few more
Okay.
pieces. And like I said, I did wash off my my basil yesterday, so it would be clean. I can probably get one more out of this one too.
So now is this the first time making this recipe for you?
It is. You know, raw tomato is not one of my favorites.
Yes, I know
It
that.
is a struggle. I do like it in like pico de gallo and stuff like that. When it's mixed with other stuff and cut up really small, I do like it then. So that's one thing that really kind of attracted me to this recipe is the fact that it was, there's 3 pieces in there. It was not with the tomato. So
Okay.
I said, well, I'm going to try that and see if I would like it even better. But I do like Caprese salad anyway.
See, now I like tomatoes. But I said I'd eat anything just about it.
Yeah.
So
All right, so what we need to do now is open our olive oil and balsamic, and we're gonna drizzle about a tablespoon.
Did you mix these together or do it separate?
Well, since I've only got 3 here that I'm doing, I'm gonna mix them. And since I have a little spout here, I'm gonna kind of drizzle that over the top.
Oh, that looks good.
And then you finish with some salt and pepper to taste.
So tell us a little bit about, so you would use this as an appetizer.
Yes.
And tell us about what
okay.
vitamins and stuff we might be
Pretty
looking at here.
plate
Oh,
here.
that's beautiful.
Since we won't have our working plate there.
There we go. We can just switch them out.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Put that one over there. Now they can see that recipe.
Yeah. So, yeah, the vitamins and minerals that you would receive if you ate this Caprese, watermelon Caprese appetizer. Of course, your watermelon has lots of great vitamins in it. Your vitamin C's and your calcium with your cheese. So you're going to be getting a little bit of calcium with this dish, and also your herbs. It does have a little salt, but we talk a lot about in our cooking classes using herbs to flavor your food, and also making some of your own salad dressings using the balsamic vinegar and olive oil. So, you know, just trying some different stuff and not your usual. But this is a pretty cool, refreshing appetizer that you can use, and it does, you know, look a little fancy.
Right, and you could bring it to a, like if you were going tailgating or you were going to a party or even 4th of July,
Yeah,
you know,
4th of July
would be really cute for that.
Because, you know, it does have your red, white, doesn't have your blue, but it does have a little
Probably
green
add
in
some,
there.
if your skewers were small enough, you could probably add some blueberries to it.
Yeah,
if you wanted to,
probably
yeah.
could. Yeah, maybe do some blueberries on the end or something. It's not your traditional Caprese, but, you know, neither is the watermelon with it.
Yeah, and it's a really cool way to use watermelon, because let's just be honest, most people, or at least where I've been raised, most of us, we just cut watermelon and eat it just like it is. We never actually use it or prepare it in other dishes, or I've never prepared it in other dishes other than just eating it straight. And I think it's really cool to incorporate that into your, you know, your cooking.
And I've seen like a lot of different recipes utilizing watermelon in salads and things like that. And, you know, typically we don't normally see watermelon incorporated into things like that. But I really do like using you know, watermelon, because it is, you know, great.
It is. I always joke when I teach the kids, I said it's full of vitamin P.
I thought about that very same thing.
It's not really.
I wasn't going to mention that, but it is very hydrating, so it does cause you to...
Your kidneys to work very well.
Yeah, for your kidneys to function very well. So that is the good spot about a watermelon. So.
Yes. So, and it is sugar, so if you're diabetic, it's something that you have to watch when you take it in, right?
Yes. Watermelon is one of those that does have a very high glycemic index. You know, berries and things like that don't tend to have as high of a glycemic index, and that just means that it has a lot of sugar in it. For those of you not familiar with that term. So, you have to kind of be careful with portion sizes. But certainly, you know, if you were to eat 1 skewer of that, it's not an excessive amount, and that would be okay.
That's true, that's true. Well, audience, I truly hope that you try the watermelon recipes that we've shown you this month on North Carolina, or Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. There are various recipes that you can use. Celebrate with us here in Columbus County, it being the month of the Watermelon Festival here in Fair Bluff. We're super excited about it. And our farmers, I'm sure, are excited as well, and getting to do the contest. So we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Meleah, thank you for being with us. Audience, thank you for being with us. If you need to get up with us, our number is 910-640-6605. If you're wanting some recipe information, if you're wanting information on nutrition, you can definitely contact our FCS agent, Meleah Evers. And again, we thank you. We'll see you next time.